Okay, so with our next variable type, we just did strings. So in order to practice with numbers, I'm going to right click. I'm not going to right click. I am going to right click. I'm going to pick a new file. And what am I going to call this? I'm going to call this numbers.php. Okay, I hit return. It's going to create numbers.php. Let's go ahead and start our page like we always do, which is alligator question mark PHP, new line, new line, new line, new line, new line, close alligator, oh, question mark, close alligator. Okay, and now we can start coding. Doesn't matter if there's white space above or below, as long as everything is between these two tags, we're going to be okay. All right, so same kind of thing as before. I can set a user age variable, and it's going to be equal to, let's say, 21. All right. And just like before, I can't um, I can't do anything with it because I haven't commanded anything. Hey, guess what I just did? I actually just made a string. That is not going to be the value 21. It's going to be the string 21. Those are different things. Why is it a string? This is a good point. Because I put quotes around it. I shouldn't have put quotes. Okay? Instead, what I should have done is just put the number raw. All right? So the next thing might be user shoe size. We'll make that 11. So we'll make that 10.5. And then we'll say something like user score equals user age plus user shoe size. Okay? Semicolon. And I can type echo user score. Semicolon. Oh, save it. Now let's do PHP numbers.php. It should come out to be 31.5. And we get 31.5. So that's great. Okay, now how do we put things together with a string, though? Because actually a lot of stuff we're going to do will just be numbers sometimes, especially when we're dealing with APIs and back-end stuff. It will just be numbers. But if we want to display something a little bit more useful to an end user, it should be this simple. I should be able to put echo, quote, this is the user's score dot. Let's see what that does. 31.5, right? So we're able to do that. Okay, I just zoomed in a little bit on the text so it's a little easier to see. All right, this is the user score 31.5. Okay, now that I am sort of mastering my variables here, you should know that you can do any kind of mathematical equation. So it could be user age times. And so in computer speak, times or multiplication is the asterisk key in the code. So I'm going to save that. I'm going to run that. This is the user score, 220.5, right? If I want to do division, I can do a divided by. is 2. Is that right? Yeah, it is. Wow, how about that? I wasn't trying for that, but I got it. This is user score 2. Cool. And then we're also, to make it a little bit easier for us to read, going to put the period for concatenate, and we're going to do a quote /n. What is that doing? Exactly, and moves it on to the next line. I'm going to clear. I'm going to run my code again. This is the user score 2. Great. Okay. There is what? Oh, minus, right? Subtraction. 10.5. Okay. And then there is something that is weirdly useful later, once you realize that it's kind of fun to figure out, is something called modulus. This is just a bonus. You will probably not do modulus much. But 21 modulus 3 is actually going to equal 0. And I'll show you why. But 21 modulus, I should say 22 modulus 3 is a 1. 23 modulus is 2. So what do you think 24 modulus is? Gotta clear it. It is 0. Modulus is essentially what is the remainder when you divide this number by this number. Okay? So that means that 24 divided by 3, the remainder of that is 0. It's really interesting if you're making columns or if you're conceptually thinking of columns or data in a certain way. So you may need that someday, but maybe not today. But yeah, that's all we really need to do for numbers. And as you saw, numbers can be 24, 3, it could be 3.6, right? Now, what if I did this? If I did user age is 24, user shoe size is 3.6, the string. What do you think is going to come out? I'm curious what's going to come out. It worked. I am shocked that that worked. But it did. Is that the right value? 86.4? I don't have a calculator. Okay. Um, we're going to assume that's the right one. You've got to stop. Was it 24? Yeah, okay. So that worked. Some computer languages would throw an error because it's saying that you can't multiply a string by an integer, but PHP will, because it's loosely typed, will adapt itself to that. I bet if I did something like 36, 3.6a, and save that, now we should start getting an error. A non-numeric value encountered in that on line 5. This is the user score, 86.4. It still did something. I guess it was a warning, not an error. How about just I just made a string times a number? Fatal error. Look at that. Uncaught type error. Integer times string. Thrown a fatal error. So, good to know. All right, the next variable that we're going to be concerned with is arrays. So let's go ahead and get started with that.